So the topic is odd and even numbers. You are going to read about odd and even numbers in this video. So these are the keywords which you are going to know in this video. First keyword is numbers. We have two numbers, even and odd numbers. Now let's check out what is a pair. Pair means it contains two objects or two things like two eyes, two shoes and two globes. So these are the few examples for a pair. A pair of apple, a pair of houses, a pair of balls. Pair is a word which we can divide the two objects equally. A pair consists of two things. So now can we call these three mangoes as a pair? No. Now we'll take three objects, watermelon, and how will you divide these three pieces for a boy and a girl? So first we need to form a pair and check. Okay, let's start sharing. If you give two pieces for a boy, only one piece we can give for a girl. That means we are not shared equally. So now check the other way. If you give two pieces for a girl, we can give only one piece for a boy. And here also we can't divide them equally. So the three pieces, number 3 is an odd number. So for odd number, there is always a leftover. What is leftover? When you make a pair, the third piece is leftover. It is left alone. So there is no friend for watermelon, the third one. So it's an odd number. Let's take one more example. Here there are 5 ice creams. How will you divide these ice creams for a boy and girl? If you give 3 ice creams for a boy, there is 2 left over. Only 2 will be there for a girl. Suppose if you give 3 ice creams for a girl, only 2 can be given for a boy. We are not shared equally. So there is always a leftover object or a leftover thing. So it is an odd number. Now let's take 2 apples and how will you share them equally for a boy and a girl? You can give 1 apple for a boy and 1 apple to a girl. That means we divided equally. So here no apple is left out. Here we divided equally. So here 1, 2. Number 2 is an even number. Okay, now we'll take 6 cake pieces. How will you divide 6 cake pieces for a boy and a girl? We can give 3 pieces for a boy and 3 pieces to a girl. That means we shared all cake pieces equally. So number 6. There are 6 pieces of cake. So number 6 is an even number. And there is no leftover. We divided 6 pieces equally. 3 for a boy and 3 for a girl. So there is nothing is left over after making a pair. Yes or no? So number 6 is an even number. So there is one more method to identify odd and even numbers. Let's learn. Now there are 10 pencils in this box. Now let's take one pencil and keep in this box. Can you see there is only one pencil? It doesn't have a pair. So the number 1 is an odd number. It's a 1 pencil. So number 1 is an odd number. Now let's take 2 pencils. Now there are 2 pencils which can be grouped or paired. You have learnt about pair, right? Pair means it consists of 2 things. So the number 2, number 1, number 2. Number 2 is an even number. Now take one more pencil, keep it here. These 2 got paired and can you see this pencil is left over. There are 3 pencils out which are all 2 pencils can be grouped and 1 pencil will be left over. So the number 3 is an odd number. Now let's take one more pencil and keep it here. So there are 4 pencils in which there is no leftover pencil. Those 4 pencils got paired. These 2 got paired. These 2 got paired. So the number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4 is an even number. Similarly, you can do with all other pencils. Let's identify odd and even numbers from 1 to 10. There is an 1 pencil. Number 1 is an odd. So number 2 is an
Even.
number 3 is an
Odd.
number 4 is an
Even.
number 5 is an.
Odd.
So there are 6 pencils. So number 6 is an.
Even.
Number 7 is an.
Odd.
Number 8 is an.
Even.
Number 9 is an.
Odd.
Number 10 is an.
Even.
So now it's an practice time. Here we gave a picture of socks and gloves. Now you need to form a pair and count the numbers, and you check whether it is an even or odd.